Fishing is one of the most tedious skills in Skyblock, and you will either love it or absolutely despise it. But no matter which one you choose, everyone wants to get Fishing 50 done as quickly as possible, whether it being that you can get more sea creatures, or just because you need that skill average. And luckily for you, Mayor Marina just got elected, and because of this, you'll be getting a ton more fishing XP, and it's just a bit nicer to fish during this time. So this guide is also for Fishing 27 and up. I'll be posting one for Fishing 27 tomorrow. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so right before we begin, I just wanted to mention I will be uploading a ton more this month because I need to hit 2.5k by the end of the year. Because if I do, I kind of made like a deal that I would get my friends G-Drag. So yeah, please like and subscribe. It just means I'll be making better content as a whole. Yeah, back to your video. A normal fishing setup doesn't cost too much compared to all other setups, and it's going to be a pretty normal setup with you having two pets. Of course, one being the Ammonite, and the other one being a squid, or if you're a decently high level already, and you just want to level an extra pet, just get any pet that you want to level pretty quickly to make some money, and you'll just want the Ammonite and that pet. So, first of all, this will cost you about 60 mil, which is alright at the time of this video. And just another pretty obvious thing that you should probably keep in mind is that as soon as you can upgrade your gear, such as you being able to get a better chestplate or a better helmet, go ahead and do that because it will give you the extra little bit of sea creature chance you need. It's not expensive and it's pretty worth it. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And then with the rod that you'll choose, I chose a double hook and fishing speed one because I might go through with fishing later in the game. But any combination of trophy hunter, fishing speed, and double hook will do you fine. Just get Trophy Hunter and Fishing Speed if you don't choose to go fishing after you finished your Fishing 50 journey and you just want to do trophy fishing. But if you want to kind of do a mixture of both, of course, then get trophy fishing and double hook on your rod. But really, that's all there is to your rod. Get some expertise on it, get your tier 6s. It's pretty cheap, and yeah, that's all the gear you'll probably need. So when you start your fishing journey, you should be having about 2 fishing pets, of course, like I said before. One for sea creature chance and the other one for XP. And because you have 2 fishing pets and you want to use them both, what you'll need is a pair of auto pet rules. And the first one should of course be that when you cast your fishing rod, you have your Ammonite equipped. And then on entering combat, you'll have your other pet equipped. And this generally just means that when you're going and killing the sea creatures and actually getting XP, you can either get some more fishing wisdom, or you can get some extra XP on your pet. And that's really what this rule is, and when you throw your fishing hook, it just basically means that you get all the sea creature chance you're meant to when you use your Ammonite. So that's all for the pets, and after this, you're set with all your pet rules, and pretty much you're set up to start fishing. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is a crucial thing for when you just start fishing, and that is you should learn to rod swap. So rod swapping is basically, sword swapping, but with rods, as you probably heard. So basically what you need to do is just have one of your rods out, just any rod that has a good amount of fishing speed, and you'll want to swap that with your magma rod. So I've got my hotkeys wrong right now, so I'll just do this. So you've got your shredder, and you're just going to hold that out first, and then quickly swap to this rod and cast it. And what that really does is it brings the fishing speed from the first rod over to the second rod, and that basically means you'll be fishing a lot faster and the fish will be coming to you a lot faster than if you were just using your normal rod to fish. And yeah, it helps a lot when you just start fishing because it really just means that you'll be fishing a lot faster and you've got some good rates compared to if you're using your normal magma rod and having about like 70 fishing speed and this one having 115. And keep in mind, this isn't even a Hypermax shredder, so you'll be getting a little bit better rates if you use a slightly better rod with that. So all in all, just do some rod swapping, it helps a little bit, and when you start off, it's pretty good for having some more fishing speed. Alright, so while we're on the topic of fishing speed, there's a couple extra modifiers that you might have on when you're doing your fishing. So first of all, if you want a little bit extra fishing speed, you might go for the equipment, such as the Gill Splash Cloak, like set. So any of the shark set of equipment, that just gives you a little bit extra like fishing speed. As a whole, maybe it's like 12 extra fishing speed. You can get that if you want. if you're doing enough damage. But yeah, it really doesn't do too much, but it helps if you want to get into fishing in the long run, and it gives you a little bit of extra fishing speed as a whole. And the second thing that a lot of people forget about is that the mushy glowy tonic exists, and so that is of course this little potion that you can get from the farming islands. But they did add a new mix in to the god pot recently, and that basically just adds it to your god pot. So just go get that from the bartender, and really that's just all the extra fishing speed you should need. If you want, you can upgrade the attributes on your rod, but I would probably say they're pretty expensive right now, so you can do that if you want. But yeah, if you're doing marina right now, you might want to do that because then you can get it done, all this marina. But honestly, you don't have to get it. It just helps in the long run if you want to do fishing as a whole. So now that you've got your setup already, you're probably wondering where you should go to fish. And it should be pretty obvious by now if you do go around the Crimson Isles a lot. But there are 3 main places, and they are all in the Stronghold. So the first one is around here and on the other side of this, because when you do this, when you're fishing like this, well, all the mobs will all fall down here, and when they all fall down here, it just basically means they won't attack you, and it's a little bit easier if you want to go kill the mobs later. All these spots, keep in mind, are all about you being able to know where the fish are, or the sea creatures are, and so that it's easy to keep track of all of them. And the second spot, of course, is down there, but I'm not going to go down there so I don't disturb that guy. But you see, that spot also around the Stronghold, it helps quite a bit. You can stand up here as well, because the mobs will not be able to come all the way up here. So when you're fishing, you'll just want to fish around here, up here, or you can go down there where that guy is. And what that really does is just also makes a spot so all your sea creatures get trapped. And yeah, that's the second spot you can fish. And the third spot that I see fishing parties all go to is this spot around here, because you can stand up around here at the top of that, or you can stand around here and just fish your mobs up, and they will also stay about there and around there. This spot is a lot larger than the rest, and the pond is a bit bigger. So I mean, if you want, you can come here, but these are mainly for the bigger fishing parties, so there's more space for everyone to go fish. So the final thing I'll probably mention before I get to the XP rates is that you should probably have a party sometimes if you want to be fishing together. And if you've got some friends, get them to all fish together, because if you do have Legion on your armor, it helps your stats by a little bit, and I mean, it just makes fishing a little bit more bearable when you're actually doing it. Because, to be honest, do you really like staring at the floor all day without having anyone to talk to? Yeah, I didn't really think so. But yeah, fishing in parties has their perks, and you can get a little bit of loot share, even though you probably won't be making too much money, since you're not the one with the sea creature spawn. But as you go along, you'll find that having a party helps a lot, because it makes everything a lot more fun. You'll be making a little bit more money when you start to make money, and to be honest, it's just nice to have friends to talk to when you're actually fishing. Okay, so if you're that one guy who skipped to the end of the video, lucky for you, I'm actually going to tell you all the XP rates that you should be making throughout this marina. So first of all, you'll be making about 700k to 1 million XP from about fishing 27 to fishing 30. Then after that, you should be able to get yourself an Inferno Rod if you've done a little bit of trophy fishing and you've got that collection. And after you get your Inferno Rod, you should be making about 1.5 million XP per hour. And then after you reach fishing 36, even though I don't have fishing 36, I have the stats from TerraSteel's video, so go check that out. And a friend told me that you should be making about 3 mil XP per hour, or around 2.5 mil XP per hour, depending on your general luck during that hour, and as a whole, it shouldn't take too long to get to fishing 50, as fishing 50 takes about 50 mil XP from fishing 27 to 50, and really as a whole, that really shouldn't take too long, about 15 to 20 hours, and after that, you'll be done with fishing forever. And I mean, unless you want to keep fishing, but that's up to you, of course. So go out there, do the marina, do the thingies, and get yourself fishing 50, because I mean, it's quite a grind. It gives you some nice Skyblock XP, and you know, then you'll be done with the skill finally. Yeah, so that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I guess I'll be seeing you in the next one. And don't forget, if you're not fishing 27 yet, you know, I'll be uploading tomorrow about how you can get to fishing 27 within about 1 or 2 days, so yeah, check that out. So I guess I'll see you on the next one.